another set of ovaries bite the dust. No, but I'm about to read this article from her name is No Malenga. She's got some pretty good work. I noticed in the comment section on the blog where her article is, it kind of angered a lot of women. A couple of her articles she read this week, so I mean, if she's pissing off women, she must be on the right path. So I'm gonna read this article she did in regards to who you see in the picture, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. Alright, here we go. I have a friend, a fellow blogger, who's in Hollywood some years, and I've never forgotten a discussion we had about what women in Hollywood experience when it comes to having children. I thought about my conversation with my friend when I saw the story about Gabrielle Union's recent interview with Uptown Magazine. Amongst other things, the newlywed discussed her challenges with getting pregnant. Oh, she's 40. What do you expect? There is there is a really only one challenge, and it's not happening. Right off the bat, before I get you finish the article, what really like I guess stories like this really illustrate to me how important, you know, when we say youth, beauty, you know, those things like beauty is relative, right? That's to each his own. Each man has a different type, what have you. But the youth part is more so about the fertility part. There's a you can't detach those two narratives from each other, and it's like I see that more and more, especially when the dude is successful, he has money, and he wants to have a legacy, he wants babies, and that's why there's such emphasis on the youth factor because it's tied to the ability to have children. So, and then we're gonna read this article and see why they're having problems. She has a career, successful thing, all that going on. She has a husband that's balling out of control, but she can't give him no babies, or as it stands right now, she can't. But you cannot remove the whole fertility thing away from it. Like, that's very important. That's something I don't think women who say they're gonna wait realize. They think it's just, oh, he wants a young girl. Like, nah, that's part of it, but the youngness is attached to her ability to give him some babies. Moving on. I became I became aware of my conversation with my friend in Hollywood that was many women go into Hollywood arm chasing dreams, usually dreams being a successful actress. What happens to a lot of women though is that they spend so much time and energy and effort making money, yada yada yada. This is obvious, doing whatever they can do to make it, that they often completely ignore their biological clocks, which are all subject to one day they look up and they're enjoying some success in their careers, but they feel like something is missing from the picture, a baby. Sad part is many of these women, the baby that they now desperately want, for some women, even with all the medical procedures, it just never happens for them. In her interview in Uptown Magazine, Union says, I think my brain and my heart are screaming baby fever. My ovaries, however, they're coughing up dust. Yes, it's in my heart and in my mind, and we see if my body catches up with that. She goes on to say that she's fulfilled with her husband and stepkids, but says that she would still love to have her own baby, which she says would be a miracle, a medical miracle. I mean, we love to. Well, we'll see what my ovaries say, because right now they're taking glitterol. She says glitterol is a supplement that women take to increase their fertility, but its effective has been questioned by some doctors. While women like Halle Berry are having healthy babies at 47, there are other women like Angela Bassett who have had to hire surrogates to have their babies. In recent interviews with mogul Oprah Winfrey, the actress Vivica Fox, which I did the video about already, said that at 50 years old, she now regrets never having a baby, especially when she sees how happy some of her other celebrity friends are. I didn't know Angela Bassett hired a surrogate, and that's something that's crazy too. That just a side note, if you're a guy over 30, whatever, you're dating a female right now, and like say she has no children, whatnot, there's a big chance or a possibility that she's taking some type of drugs or whatever, trying to get pregnant, like the whole Baby Mama movie with the chick from Saturday Night Live. Like, that's a real thing now. Like, it's crazy how far we've become to where just the old way of just doing things are so far gone that you're literally probably possibly dating a female right now, that's 30 up, that's career, never had no kids, none of that, and there's a possibility she's taking hormones and whatnot, either to get pregnant or make her body more susceptible to get pregnant. That's crazy. That's what we've become to, women have fell off so much that that's where we're at in this day and age that you're practically trying to get pregnant with or without a husband. Not in this decade. It's like that other form of single motherhood I talk about, where it's not, just Squeezer or the chick from the trailer park who gets pregnant at 16, where you have wealthy, affluent, educated women who just clocks timing out on the clocks, and they're just trying to have a baby because they want one. That's just crazy though. Thinking about that, it's like there are women walking around that you think, oh cool, she ain't got no kids, but she's trying to get pregnant, and it's like either the baby she gets pregnant by whoever stranger, as she did at the maternity clinic, or you, whichever one comes first. It's just like that nowadays. Vivica Fox gets no love. I did 2 videos on that situation. She goes from running around Hollywood talking about, being the MILF and the cougar, not the MILF because she ain't no kids. Oh, being the MILF and, bragging about dating dudes that are like half her age and dating rappers and club promoters as if those are the type of men who are really going to marry your old ASS and give you some babies. Like, seriously, so she gets no love. But there you get another example of, what happens when you wait too much long. When you make career the focal point, you kind of, all the things that the Princeton mom, Susan Patton, was saying that women should avoid doing, these women are now, it's way too late for Vivica, I guess. And then Gabrielle Union is like probably right there. Who knows? I guess, alright, so this is the part I guess that probably pissed off a lot of women and didn't like her article, but she said as much as we women don't like to hear it, that's what the Princeton mom said, when it said women do need to think about marriage and babies much sooner and much more serious than men. Oh, women have a window of opportunity that can be closed while men generally don't. Just recently, legendary singer Stevie Wonder had a baby with a much younger woman, and he's over 60 years old. Unfortunately, even if you can snag your younger man, that will increase their chances of having a baby if that window's already closed. For women like Angela Bassett, Halle Berry, Gabrielle Union, while the windows may have technically closed, they can reopen it through medical interventions because they enjoy higher incomes. And that's the problem when regular women look up to these celebrities and they say, oh, I'm going to do what she did, but they don't realize they spend a lot of money, got nannies, got a lot of help, can even go overseas and get things done that they can't even do in the States, and they go out thinking they're going to do that, and it's not the same situation for them. But she says even though they have higher incomes, for most women this is not necessarily an option, which makes it much more important for them to think about their future much earlier in life and make decisions and choices accordingly. There's nothing wrong with chasing your dream, but with everything in life, there should be done with a balance and consideration for the aspects of your life. Union happens to have married a man who's already had children, so she says they're happily and fulfilled with what they have. I imagine though that her new hubby had not had his sons with his ex-wife, much more pressure would be on Gabrielle Union right now. And I think that's 100% true. They have to have that baby. In fact, I question whether Dwayne Wade would have married her, a woman a decade older than him, if he had already not had his sons. We will never know. I think that hit the nail on the coffin right there. She's 10 years older than him. Now, if you pay attention to pop culture, which probably for most of you don't, Dwayne Wade had a baby by a side chick, like about a year before they got married. And my take on that situation was simply, I just assume like she's old, she can't have any kids, or she, doesn't want to have any babies or whatever, at that age, messing up her body, all that stuff that some women say. And it was like, all right, go ahead and have a baby, because she downplayed the whole he cheated on me thing. She claimed they were on a break, kind of similar to what Ludacris and his baby mom did on the side. Their Instagram and photos say that they're together, but the women all corroborate the men's story of we were on a break and we got pregnant, and it's not an issue. Now, again, my first take on that in this situation was that simply like she couldn't give him no baby, or she didn't want to give him because of her career, and she's like, here, go have a baby. But the fact now, if he had custody of the other kid, which he doesn't, like he has custody of his three sons, that would make more sense that the baby's in the house and she gets to take care of it or whatnot. But the fact that she's saying in this article that she's trying to get pregnant and she wants to have her own baby kind of changes the story. But that was my initial thoughts. It's like, well, that's just standard Hollywood stuff. She can't give him no babies. He wants another seed. Go out. She was allowed to go do some Sarah Abraham stuff, where he got the help pregnant to give her the baby. Right. That was just my take on it. All right. To conclude, I adore Gabby, and I am glad to see what she appears to be at peace with her uncertain future regarding having the baby. Maybe she will get her medical miracle, and if she doesn't, I hope younger women who are chasing the dream will read her story, and that all the other women in Hollywood take a more balanced approach to how they go after their dreams. It can be hard for you to enjoy your dreams coming true in one area of your life, while it feels like your dream is crumbling in another area. And that's why I respect this author's article, because she's saying stuff that she knows is not politically correct. She knows she's going to get attacked by feminists for saying these things, and it's not something that again, other women have been saying, men have been saying. I think I alluded to this in a different video, but there was a situation where a female friend posted this article on Facebook talking about this rare gene that some women have, but we don't know you have it until it's too late. But like, they can get pregnant at a much later age, and her and the baby will be fine because they have some gene, and it works out better for those people who have that gene, women, to have the babies later on in life. And then me with a bunch of other fellas got on the post like, did you read the fine print? Like, the end of the article straight up said that this is rare. You don't know if you have the gene until it's too late, and I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket, pun intended. I wouldn't risk waiting for the situation to happen. And she kind of felt some type of way because she was like, well, I didn't know all you men cared. And I guess she internalized it as the whole men in her female issue parts or whatnot. She's not a feminist, something like that either. So, but she still felt some type of way that all these men were commenting more than women on the article. And I'm like, that's the difference, I guess, between men and women, where women will give you high five and say, yeah, girl, wait until whatever. And where men are being honest, and they're letting you know the importance of being able to have that seed when you're younger, and how important it is to men for you to be able to do that. The youth part is attached to the fertility part. Doesn't matter if you're young and you're barren, you're just as obsolete. But I mean, like the author said, she hopes that younger women will take heed to this, and women in Hollywood would pay attention to that. But it's like, everybody in my generation and down, everybody, every 80s baby and down, like, we shouldn't be having these articles 20 years from now, right? Like, there's enough women who have come out and said, yo, if you want to have your babies, you got to think about it sooner. You can't be waiting until you're freaking 40 and eggs is all powdery and whatnot. You can't be thinking like that. Like, it's just that simple. And I guess it's some fight inside of women who think they want to outsmart or beat Mother Nature. But from what I'm looking at, Mother Nature's kicking butt and taking names. I don't know. But again, we shouldn't really have this situation going on 20 years from now. We shouldn't have the women who are our age, or all us 80 babies age, doing these same type of articles in the future. Because there's enough women who've already, either the women who have experienced it. I did the one video about the feminists who even admitted, she regrets waiting so long because of the fact that she's old as hell, that she doesn't have any siblings for her kids. She might not have a chance to even see her son graduate from high school, college, or even get married, because she'll be like 90 when the kid's getting out of college and whatnot. So it's like, those are things that you have to think about early. And again, some women are cool with that, but most women aren't, and they feel some type of way about this situation. And you have a woman right here, has the career, has the marriage, the fame and all that stuff, but she can't have no babies right now. She's dependent on some controversial medical supplement that they don't even know if it's going to work or not. When you have the ball in your court, use it. Use those eggs wisely. I'm done.